Okay, we're going to talk about how shame can be a superpower or it can be the most dangerous thing of your life, okay? Let's talk about the danger thing because when you hear shame, it's like there's a negative connotation with that. So let's talk about toxic shame. That's how most people think of shame, right? It's that self hatred. You messed up, you made a mistake. Maybe you just don't like yourself. The way you look, the way you sound, your size, your interactions with other people. Maybe you have social anxiety. You don't know how to make friends, right? There are so many things to be shameful about in ways where we feel like we're not good enough. So it becomes part of identity, this self-hatred, this shame, and we constantly run away from this shame in our own special little ways, whether it be alcohol, weed, sex. I will even say religion, right? As a Muslim person, some people get so into their theology that they empty themselves out, right? And they feel like they're just a voice for their ideology, and life is so much more than that. So, in that toxic shame, here's what I've witnessed in my own life and in myself and other people. I've gone through difficult periods of my own, but I see in a lot of people, right? They never navigate that shame, they never confront that shame, they never take that moment to look into the mirror. And here's what happens. They go further and further down. I will talk about this during coaching all the time. Down the shame spiral, right? They become a worse alcoholic. They smoke more weed because obviously your fucking tolerance is going to go up, obviously. They go further into their addictions. And then the extreme version of that is a homeless person on the street, constantly crossfaded, drunk, heroin, wherever the fuck it is, constantly trying to escape from the reality because it's just so horrible. The pain of their existence is so horrible, so they constantly disassociate all the time. I really think most adults are doing some kind of low level like version of that, right? I honestly believe you have to be in a light state of delusion just to get by in this country sometimes. So that's toxic shame. Everyone knows about that. And how to beat that, this will work for me, is to own the shame. I've had periods where I owned the shame publicly. Even if it didn't make me look great in the moment, I kind of knew internally, I'm like, I'm going to get over this faster if I just share it, right? If I just openly share what I'm kind of going through here, and I own that shame publicly, so I'm not hiding from it anymore. Because, man, I've had periods of my early 20s where I was feeling deep shame about a lot of things in my life, and the damage you could do to your life when you're disassociating and you're not engaging with it properly, and what you miss out on. I would even argue it's catastrophic because the years as you age can just float by and you look up and it's like 5, 6 years has passed. I know I'm only 31 now, but just something to think about. So everyone knows about toxic shame, right? And then I want to talk about how to use shame the right way towards your standards, okay? Shame has positive functions. There is a function in society, it's very obvious. Like we use shame as a tool to have people maintain standards. How dare you cheat on your wife, right? This is to maintain the family unit and cohesion in communities, right? Just going to raw logical here. I'm not saying you should cheat. I'm just explaining the meta of it. I'm sure you understand, right? I did say I would stop saying right, but whatever. One here and there leaks out. It's not a big deal. Whew, what was I saying? Right, the whole shame thing in society. So it maintains standards. You need to take that big system and make it for yourself, right? So let me give you an example. A couple days ago, I was not happy with the sales day I had. And it was actually, if you compare it with the other rep, I'm not bragging, I'm giving a real example here. If you compare it to the other reps, it was still a very good day, but it wasn't, ow, I'm sore. It wasn't up to my standards, right? And in my standards, I want to hit a certain number of applications and metrics, but I didn't hit my daily goal, and I didn't like how the day felt. I'm like, today was kind of poopy. Right? It's like, well, you did great. Like, this is really good. I'm like, no, this isn't really good to me, right? Shame for me, shame towards my standards is, man, I can't believe I haven't been in the gym for that long. That's fucking crazy. This body is not me. Where are my abs? I know that sounds a little douchey, but my results, right? They have to be me. My gym has to be me. It has to match with the person I see internally, right? And removing that shame, I see myself a lot clearly. And removing that shame, you happen to like yourself more. And then when you like yourself more, you want better for yourself. So shame can be a superpower, right? You can use it to supercharge your standards just like society does, or that shit can fucking kill you, motherfucker. Like, end up as like a homeless person on the street, disassociating from reality, as you're drunk, high, whatever, pick your poison. Not saying, drink, smoke your weed, live your life, unwind however you want. But man, nigga, don't end up on the street as a homeless person. And when I say that emotionally as well. You could be that homeless person emotionally. You could be that homeless person mentally. Do not be that person disassociating from reality. Engage with it honestly and really do the work. Look in the mirror every couple of years, right? Own your shame and everything will be just fine.